Well, I've known Jim, of Jim Culverwell Consultants, for a number of years, and one of my clients had a particular property problem, and I immediately thought of Jim because he's always been very open and honest, and he's always been very willing to give advice. He has a lot of expertise which people who are not expert tenants simply don't have. So he's able to represent a tenant, and he's able to bring the skills and the knowledge and the experience to bear for that tenant when they're trying to negotiate with landlords. I wanted my client to be absolutely clear about what the potential property problems were, and I also wanted the client to fully understand the benefits that could be gotten by having the same level of expertise on their side of the negotiating table as the landlord had. Jim's very easy to get on with. It wasn't particularly easy communicating with the client because there were sort of very slight culture and language difficulties. But Jim was extremely good. He made friends very quickly with my client, and my client phoned me afterwards and said how easy it was to communicate with Jim and how quickly Jim understood all of the problems. It's a very complex negotiation. There's a lot of terms and conditions, and there's a lot of hidden benefits and disadvantages to each and every property. And unless you've got the years and years of experience that Culverwell Consultants have got, it's almost impossible to get to the bottom of whether or not you should buy that property, lease that property, and on what terms you should do so. But with Jim, he gets to all the nitty-gritty. He pulls things out of the woodwork that you had no idea were there, and he brings these out onto the negotiating table. And as a result of that, he's able to negotiate some very, very good deals. I think in relation to the fees that Jim charges, the return on capital investment is probably 10, 20, 30 times, because you can save a huge amount of money. You can save the initial costs of entering into the lease. You can perhaps renegotiate the terms of the lease so that you don't have so much responsibility, don't have so many payments under the dilapidation rules and regulations. And really, Jim's fees just pale into insignificance.